Hello everyone. Apologize for not putting a video out for Monday and Tuesday. Just been I don't know if I want to say under the weather, just wasn't feeling right, just really tired. Just Monday basically I woke up and worked till about 11, just went home and crashed and slept till about 8 o'clock at night. Got up for like an hour and a half, basically ate some food, used the bathroom, went right back to bed. So I don't know. I just been off a little bit. I'm gonna set you down for 1 second here. Uh, Beautiful line in the concrete. So I'm gonna turn you around here. Let me sit down. Oh. All right, how you doing? Oh, that'll work. So, but yeah, Monday I haven't been feeling good. Not sick, not nothing like that. It just brain fog, just being worn out and working out here 2 days, just grinding with no food. I've been living off them damn diet teas, the Lipton teas of mixed berry. So yeah, Monday I just kind of crashed out the whole day, and then Tuesday had some deliveries and a couple things like that, and took an order to build some doors, and I probably shouldn't have done it, but I did, so I'm doing it. I should have it, hopefully most of it done tonight and a little bit tomorrow. And I got some guys coming over to buy some doors tonight and get a couple of fans and get some things out of the way. Oh, Monday morning, had a guy come by and look at a monster van. I'll think about it. Really can't go much lower. I mean, I'm already giving it away. But anyways, it is what it is. Just trying to clean house, get stuff done. So this morning, got up. Oh, I picked up these. Let me turn in. Picked up these displays here. So I got the blue one right there. Got that one there, which I thought that was a lot bigger in the pictures, and then I got the big stand-up display. Got them and then there's a light system right there that goes on top of that one. But it's pretty cheap, Plus, I got some intel on a particular building here in Jacksonville full of stuff, so we'll see what happens. And they got a couple of vans at that building. I don't need any more vans. I gotta quit buying shit. So when I was there, on the way there, I had the gate to my trailer coming across the Hart Bridge, going into downtown. And whenever you come into downtown, you got that little thing where you go down and there's a traffic light there. Right before I got to that, the back of my trailer hit a bump and the whole back gate came down, and all of a sudden I heard a bang and then some scraping noises. So at least it stayed hooked up to the trailer. But yeah, that I pulled over and there's a little cut right there before the light, and I pulled over there and closed the gate. I had that trailer a long time. First time that's ever happened to me, so that was a little perplexing to me. But yeah, and then let's say loaded up all that stuff, brought it here, and I'm gonna go and do some more work. Nothing really spectacular happening right now. But the guy who was running the office, that warehouse, he was he's a cool guy, but we got on a little tangent about, now this is a 30-something black guy working in a warehouse, and there's not too many people that can strike up a conversation about slavery and everything's fine, But no, we was talking about, like I have a habit of talking about religion, politics, and racial issues to anybody who wants to talk. I have my opinion, which is very, well, not opinion, but I have my conclusions to the facts that have been presented to me so far. And I mean, everybody I've never had anybody get pissed off or want to fight. It just, there's sometimes that we agree to disagree. But we had a very, probably a good 45-minute conversation just talking about different things and some of the things that I eventually want to talk about on here. But, because of the whole shutdown of any opinion that's not, the opinion of the government, then it's a little leery about starting in-depth conversations without having all your ducks in a row, and that's what I'm rowing up some ducks right now. And it's not, like I said, in other videos I've kind of hinted toward the uh, controversial parts of some. It's not really controversial. I'm just putting out information that's out there that just no one looks at. Like, for instance, like one of the things I was telling him about slavery and everything else is, and this isn't about what happened in America. This is about what's happening right now. Is that 49% of the countries in the world, 49%, it's legal to own slaves. So everybody talks about how America is bad because we went to war to, mainly for taxes, but we went to war to abolish slavery. We have fought our brothers and sisters for the right of everybody to be equal. And we're the ones condemned for slavery. And yet China, India, Afghanistan, Pakistan, a lot of countries in Africa, it's legal, still legal, 2021, to have slaves. Hey, there's a news article, February 13th, 2020, that just talked about it, and I was reading the news article about it. So, anyway, I'm not going to get into depth on that particular subject right now. I got a video that I'm going to be talking about a wide variety of things, but it just, he's like, I didn't know that. I was like, yeah. I was like, you can look it up. I was like, I tell people all the time, I says, I'm not a genius. I'm not better than anybody else. I'm just one guy, and something pops in my head, and I say, hey, Google, what's the, what's this? What's that? There's a lot of little things that are stuck in my head that most people, like, I never knew that, Most people don't realize that the Bible was written over 100 years after America was found. 1492, Columbus sailed the ocean blue, landed over here. The Bible was written in 1611. Now, it's basically a collection of stories from, history, but history is nothing but written down things. And I know I'm going to have a lot of people, the Bible was written by God, yeah. Which God? What's his name? Big G God, little G God, Yahweh, Allah, Buddha. Another. I guess this is a video of tidbits of things to come. So, like I said, these are nothing but the things that I have learned that has been presented to me in my life so far. My opinions are not facts. They are subject to change as I learn more information. But I have a unique mindset of where I'm at right now, because all I do is study. All I've done for years is study. I enjoyed reading the encyclopedia. In 6th grade, for the 2 years that I was in R.L. Brown, a primarily black school, I hid out in the library and just went to the back corner where all the geography and all the nonfiction was, because it was the safest place to be without getting my ass beat. A lot of people don't realize how. I understand fully. Like, if you have a primarily white school and you have, and I'm not talking about today. I'm talking about back in the 80s. Probably even more so in my parents' generation, in the 50s and 60s. It's terrifying to be a minority. It really is. I can understand. I can't sit there and say I know, but I can understand when you're 1% of a group. I mean, you've got, 700-800 people in a school, and there's 11 of one particular group, and there's no way to hide the fact that you don't fit in. I can understand there is a legitimate fear because you're outnumbered, and for uh, uh, all races. I mean, for the first group of Mexicans that move into a primarily white neighborhood. I mean, there's a lot of resentment. There's a lot of, I know a lot of white people that are sitting there talking about, oh, what the hell they doing moving in here, blah, 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 blah. I hear it all the time. But then at the same aspect, you have a white family that moves into a Hispanic neighborhood. They're going to get the same shit. Maybe more, maybe less. I mean, that's, depends on the situation. But biggest thing, we just need to quit hating. Just quit. There's no need for it. I've mentioned in other videos that no matter what, we are a tribalist mentality. We find our own. We find the people that we fit in with, and and no matter how small your group is. I mean, there's, I've seen groups of 3 people and there's still one outsider, and basically this division, all it does is put us in a room by ourselves, sitting in front of a computer screen saying, man, I wish I could go outside and do something. Although some people are content just being in a room with a computer screen. What the hell happened to us? So, but yeah, since I'm going to go ahead and throwing some stuff out there, I'm going to talk about some of the theories that are people think are fact, but they're still theories. Like I said, I've learned a lot on both sides. I've made it my point of, reading about one particular subject and then, learning, saying, okay, I know this now. Now let me stop and read the other side of the story and question everything. I'm still tired today. That's why I'm kind of just having this very lackadaisical attitude right now. I do kind of want to just sit here and do a chat, but it's kind of hard to do by yourself because all I'm doing is kind of pulling out little pieces, little tidbits. Can you tell I'm tired? Can you tell? Oh my God, I don't know what the hell happened. I mean, I might be sick, but I don't feel sick. Like I'm not running a fever. I'm not throwing up. I'm still eating fine. So, I mean, I might be a little dehydrated, and my sleep schedule's been screwed up for about 2 weeks. I can't get my rhythms down. I have no rhythm. And my tooth don't hurt no more. I had a moment where my tooth was hurting. It kind of just went away. I need to get my teeth fixed. It's one of the reasons why I have trouble talking. I have these giant holes in my mouth. It's only $23,000. That's it. No problem. I was trying to get a loan on my house, but because I don't want to refinance my home for another 30 years, all I want to do is just get enough to kind of cover. They're like, yeah, we don't do loans like that. So, but anyways, I'll still find a way. I'll figure it out somehow, some way. I mean, hell, if only I could sell all my shit. I talked with the guy and told him, gave him a number. I told him, just bring over a truckload, every day, every other day, and we'll just split it up. I told him roughly, I says, without having to count or anything else, I said, I sell him everything I have to do with all the doors, all the tools, everything that has to do with doors. All the repair parts, the sliding glass door stuff, everything. I gave him a price. I don't know exactly where it's going to be at 100%, but I'm going to say roughly probably in between 100 to 200,000, which is really cheap. He even said, yeah, that's pretty cheap. but he has the same for he's trying to figure out where he's going to put it. I said, what we could do is, I got them two trucks in the back already loaded down. And I told him, I was like, if he wants, he could start off with them. I sell him them, and just he can hook up the truck and tow the whole entire damn truck. I don't care. So, and then we can load up I told him, I was like, we can take the vans. I'll unload the stuff that don't have anything to do with doors, and just load up like all the repair part. We'll just load up vans and tow and you can have all the vans, as many vans as we can fill. I said, I'll even throw in the monster van. I told him that if he bought the monster van, I said I'd do it loaded down. I said, you buy the stuff that's in it in a package deal, I'd sell him the monster van pretty cheap too. Which in my head I was thinking like 3 or 4, but there's no way I'd sell that just straight up. But if he's buying everything else, I'd dump it in there. He's like, I like that idea. Let me think about it. So, but I think it'd probably be in between 100, 200 grand, and that would just set me up for. I think what is that? About 8 years at the shop. I think that's it. No, about 8 to 10 years, rent free, everything paid off. That'd be nice. 8 to 10 years and not have to worry about a dime, just everything being completely paid off. Plus, I'd still make money. I'd still do other things. But yeah, if he bought the doors, I told him he wouldn't have to worry about me being competition. I'd be out. But he buys it all, buys everything. I gave him some numbers. I was like, okay, like the regular doors, I'll sell them to you for this much. The doors with leaded glass, I sold them this much. I sell the jams, this much of jam. So I'm still making a ton of money on it. Well, not a ton, but he's getting it cheaper than he'll ever be able to find it for the rest of his life. And there'll be some things I lose money on, but I was like, hey, here's the deal. I'll sell you everything I own, one shot. I think I'm done. And like I said, 100 grand, 200 grand, that's not going to barely do anything except, yes, that's a lot of money, but it's not going to, it's not going to be the end all. Basically, it just allows me the opportunity to venture into other things and to give me time that I need to kind of go through all this stuff. I might drive over there. I might put a bug in his ear and say, hey, come on, let's do this deal. I even thought about just saying, use the shop, but I think that'd be a bad idea. I just want it out. Yo, and I don't know, I think I mentioned about the whole one price for everything. I am going to do that out here, but I got to get some things situated, and I don't think it's going to be this weekend. It'll probably be next weekend. So, but yeah. These videos are all over the place. I need to figure out either not really scripted, but kind of stay on subject. So, but anyways, if you want to here's a little bit of homework for you. I want you to look up the creation story for the Aborigine people. Since right now Australia is going through a whole lot, that I feel bad for the people of Australia. You watch the movie Crocodile Dundee, and you got people that are free spirit, rugged, self-sufficient. The old movie Rad with the bicycles. Everybody just, it was like the pseudo America. Like it was all about freedom and go and do what you want, and now they're being locked down. They're told that you can't talk to your neighbor. They actually have an order saying that you are not allowed to get into a conversation with your neighbor. They're being locked down in their homes. They can't go outside, but one person per family member. There was a gentleman that had I think a daughter, and he was homeschooling her, and I guess because he wasn't teaching the right curriculum on Corona, they came, busted down his door, and took his kid and put put the kid in social services and put him in jail. I mean, I just feel bad for what's, and they're not allowed to own guns in Australia. I mean, it's, like I know a lot of the guys, you got Castlemaine Rod Shop and a lot of the, the Burnout guys, and I follow a lot of them on YouTube, and I mean, they're great people, and they're all about, just, well, they're about horsepower, horsepower and smoke. But it's sad what's going on over there right now, and, most people don't ever look at what's happening. They listen to the 5 o'clock news for 30 minutes, catch the weather, and then they're back to, celebrity, whatever the hell, or, who's going to fight with who on this reality show. But yeah, Australia, the Aborigine people, they have a very interesting creation story about how they're created. And if you ever want to learn something a little interesting, it may be a little hard to follow for a couple people, but I've been studying genealogy and the creation stories of a lot of different groups and tribes and religion, and like I want to do a video on the Hindu creation, but it is so complex. I mean, it'd be like a 5-part video. But I think George Lucas got the idea from Star Wars, from the Hindu religion, or Hindi. Is it Hindi or Hindu? But I mean, they literally have giant cities in the sky fighting each other with giant explosions, and they blew up a planet, and and you think about that and you're like, oh, that's just some weird story. It's it doesn't make any sense. But this is their religion. This is how they were created. It's basically someone saying, oh, Jesus wasn't real, and there was no such thing as Noah. I mean, if you're a Christian, you believe that wholeheartedly. Well, they believe that wholeheartedly. And just because it's not your idea does not mean it's not true. But they got all this stuff, and they say they blew up a planet. And I find that very interesting, because we had this thing called an asteroid belt in between Mars and Jupiter. And guess what the asteroid belt used to be? It wasn't just a little grouping of rocks. It used to be a planet. This is about to get really, really deep. But so either we were around and we were able to observe and create stories of a planet that was destroyed billions of years ago, or maybe they don't have time right. Oh, speaking of having things right and wrong, what the hell's going on with all these experts? All I've heard for years is this expert says this expert says that. I can't think of anything they've gotten right in the past 8 years. I mean, it's they messed up on the whole mask. They messed up on the vaccine. Hell, Zantac, antihistamine ends up damn near killing you and giving you cancer. And I think it's Zantac. If I misspoke, I apologize, but I know one of them was pulled off the shelf with a recall. You got all these drugs that's supposed to help you, and next thing you know, they're killing you. And going back on Australia, they had the whole thing with the rabbits. The rabbits were, the scientists and the experts say, yeah, we're going to introduce rabbits. They'll take care of this right here. Now there's a giant rabbit problem in Australia. The experts seem to be screwing up a whole lot, and I think I'm done listening to experts. Bunnies, Australia. But yeah, I really wish I could have a cohesive video. I think that'd be fun to actually say, all right, let me show you my timeline of what I've learned so far, and if you like it, you like it. If you can prove me wrong, prove me wrong. In fact, I actually honestly like to be proved wrong on a lot of things. I am not egotistical. I'm not conceited. I understand that there's a lot of things that I don't understand, and to be proven wrong means I learned something. I mean, that's something that the fact that I can have someone come up to me and say, "Listen, you're wrong. Let me show you why," and I'm fine with that because that means at least now I'm not wrong anymore. So if you ever want to come and debate or talk about any particular thing where you think I'm wrong, I am 100% down for it. Okay, I am not well, I'm educated, but I'm not I don't have any degrees on the wall. I constantly strive to learn things that I didn't know the day before. Period. So, and I'm thinking about starting up a gaming channel on Twitch. I already got the channel set up as Hippie Capitalist on Twitch, same logo as YouTube, and I'm thinking about doing that to kind of do a one-on-one conversation, so it's live and it's I'm just trying to get a little bit of order in my life and get my sleep schedule back under control, where I can say, okay, every day from this time you can come. And basically Twitch is it's an everything channel. They got all kinds of crazy stuff on there, but one of the things that you can do is like have one-on-one conversation. So there's a screen where you can type in it, and I think you can talk also through Discord, but I haven't learned about Discord yet. But you can actually type something and then I can answer it right back with the camera and a microphone. So and then probably just either go through Google and kind of show the things that I'm talking about, and show different websites where I'm learning the information, and why, for what I've learned so far, that it seems to be the most correct spots for for the correct information, and things that they back up with papers, with everything else. And everything's subjective, but well, no, it's not really subjective. Everything can be manipulated, but the way the papers that they show are the ones that they've proven not to be manipulated, if that makes any sense. That basically all I do is I sit back and watch a wide variety of scientists, and he says A, he says B, he says C. I have to make an educated guess on what I know so far on who's right, who's wrong. And I have some people that I follow that has been pretty much on point. Ben Davison is one. Professor Uyen is another. I mean, they're good people. There's some that are they talk about some fringe things, like they'll be right, and then they go a little on the crazy side, for my personal opinion, but it doesn't make everything else they say. And they may be doing it for views. I'm thinking about doing something to see if I can make it go viral, good or bad. I mean, I do want this channel to be something other than me sitting in a chair at the flea market rambling. And I want to basically, in fact, if I was we're 28 minutes into this video. If you're here, I'm going to tell you the whole thing. I want to have a video log of a 40-something-year-old guy changing his life for the better, period. And a lot of people say you can't really do it at this age. And that's one of the reasons why I'm trying to sell off everything. And I honestly want to become a better person if this channel takes off. If I do monetize it and make money, the money's going back into trying to create something better than what it was yesterday, period. That's what this whole thing's about, is to spark a little flame inside of someone's mind to say, you know what, I can do this today and it'll be better than what I did yesterday, period. That's what all this is about. It's just trying to put out little nuggets of information, and believe me, I know how all over the place I am on these conversations. But anyways, we're hitting 30 minutes. That's been a good little break for me. I'm gonna go back to the shop and build some more stuff. But peace, love, money, and it's a little bit of happiness. I'm out.